Good afternoon, my name is Sofia Edwards and I'm going to be recording a persuasive speech for my Lone Star speech class. My topic today is going to be over why GMO foods need to be banned. Can anyone tell me if they wondered where conventional fruits and vegetables come from? And how they were grown and where and how they affect your health and environment as well? A genetically modified organism is a plant or meat product that has its DNA artificially altered in a laboratory by genes, plants, or other animals, or viruses to produce foreign compounds in foods. In the 1950s, there was no such thing as the GMO, or genetically modified foods, in the food industry or nearly as much as processed foods. Nowadays, it seems that all the foods that we eat have some sort of GMO in it. Since GMO is restricted in 26 countries and banned in 46, does that not tell us something? Today I'm going to discuss about why GMO is unsafe, why it should be banned in the United States, and you can look for trustworthy companies just such as like Trader Joe's, Whole Foods to assure that GMO products are not being added to your foods. Point. According to the documentary Genetic Roulette, most of the gut problems that autistic children have directly lead to the ingestion of GMOs. Furthermore, there have been links to infertility problems in the United States. Some doctors even recommend taking a non-GMO diet for 2 weeks before trying to get pregnant. The US and Canada are the only two countries that have not banned the GMO. In our country, the government looks at these foods as substantially equivalent and therefore does not require any action or any testing to be done. We need to reverse what the people think they eat. The American people need to educate themselves on what GMO foods can do to your body. The United States is allowing their citizens to consume these dangerous chemicals that harm our nation. On January 18, 2017, the FDA announced a request for comments, RFC, seeking public input to help inform its regulatory approach to human and animal foods derived from plants produced using genome editing. The RFC asks for data and information in response to questions about the safety of the genome-edited plants, such as whether or GMO-edited plants present food safety risks different from other plants produced throughout traditional plant breeding. The FDA makes the United States citizens less worried that GMO food is bad for you because it is an advantage to the government. As stated in the book, Foods from Genetically Modified Crops, the author stated, regulatory authorities require that GM foods receive individual pre-market safety assessments. Existing food is compared with its generally modified counterpart to find any differences between the existing food and the new product. Some of the disadvantages that can happen are toxicity, using similar methods to form that are used for conventional foods, tendency for an allergic reaction, and any unintended effects of the genetic modification. What a lot of people don't realize is even if we don't see the changes in our body or the harms in our body, that our body is getting worse, that it does not mean that in a few years, in 5-10 years, we're not going to see those changes. In order to stop GMO foods and get it banned in the United States, people need to take every action possible to stop GMO foods. To do so, you can go ahead and write to the Congress, you can write to the mayor, you can go vote, you can do every single action possible. Some people don't realize that taking the smallest action could also be a big deal and help. Proposition 37 was thought to label GMO foods, but unfortunately did not pass. Some practical ways that people can avoid the GMO would be to eat local organic, avoid processed foods, GMO crops like corn, soy, sugar, beans. It is never too late to take action. And people need to take some action to better our nation for later generations that are to come, and to obviously make all of our health way better and consume either really good food so we don't have to deal with issues 5, 10, 15 years from now about GMO foods that are not being fixed, and we're still eating these processed foods that have been added with animal or viruses or anything like that, or different crops that are not traditionally supposed to be grown like that. So thank you so much for listening to your speech. Again, I'm Sophia Edwards, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.